Hello. I think it's over. Hello, Yater the Gamer. Sup Hydro Homie. Sup June. Hello, Sad and Confused. Hello, Ruber. Hola, CYW. Hold on, I need to drink water, jeez. Stay hydrated, guys. Yura! Hello, Yura. Welcome. Oh my god, Yura's here, guys. Yura's here. Hello, Yura. And hello, Russian bot. Jerpolga, hello. Uruka. John C. I've never said that before. But you're welcome to say it. FJH Forever, hello. Oh, you're saying hello to Euro. That's kind of awkward. But hello to YouTube. Anyway. Yeah. Hello, Korean. Hello, Poncho. Drink some water. Hello, XIL. Hello, Bored Undead. I'm here to watch you get buff. Oh my god, you've come to the right place at the right time. I will definitely be getting buff, and whether that's canonical or not, I don't know. But I do have this whey powder in front of me, which should be doing its work. I don't know though. I haven't checked. I don't know. Uruka, did you remember your wallet? Oh god. Yep. I had one hell of a morning today. First of all, I ended up sleeping at like 3 a.m. Don't ask me why, because I have no idea why. I ended at like 2 a.m. I don't know what happened. I don't know what the hell I was doing until 3 a.m. I'm being completely honest here. I really don't know how I managed to leave another hour awake. I don't know, man. But I woke up at like 7:30, and then I was like, I still have time. So then I woke up again at like 7:50, and I was like, oh shoot, I gotta run. Took a shower and I rushed over to the place I had to be at 9 a.m. No one was there. No one was there, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll check my phone, see if what's going on, and then it was like, the 9 a.m. thing is gonna be pushed to 10 a.m. And I'm like, well, man, okay, I'll just find somewhere to go and have some breakfast first, right? And like walk around, and because I usually don't get to like walk around, you know, I'm always rushing to places. Always a race against time. I'm like, maybe I can like walk around, check out the scenery. So I went outside, and now I was gonna go to the closest cafe. And then I was like, well, shoot, I didn't bring my wallet. And also okay, before I decided to like walk around, I was like, maybe I can just go to this cafe and like I can eat and also work on stuff. And then first of all, I realized I didn't have my wallet, so I couldn't even get anything anyway. And I also couldn't work on anything because I didn't have my laptop. What did I bring with me? I have no idea. I had a few reference sheets, had my iPad, some granola bars, and water. I didn't want to look like an idiot using an iPad in a cafe without buying anything at the cafe. So I just left, and I was walking around. I went to walk around, and I was like, maybe I can just find a table. I can just sit at the table and scroll on my phone. No tables were open. There were several 4-seater tables, like in many places, but they were all each taken by one person. I mean, like me too, but why? So I just kept walking to places. And then I came across another cafe. And I was like, oh my god, I want a drink. And then I got closer and I was like, oh yeah, the reason why I couldn't go to the other cafe is because I don't have my wallet. So at this point, I kind of just like, I just accepted my fate. I was just like, I'll just walk around. I'll walk somewhere. Maybe there'll be a table that I can sit at. I did end up finding a table I can sit at like 9:30. I sat down. 5 minutes later, I get an email that says the 10 a.m. thing is also cancelled. And there's nothing after that. What the hell? What the hell? I came all the way. I woke up at 7:30. Okay, well, yes, I did wake up at 7:30. I just went back to sleep, but I woke up at 7:30 to come to. I walked all the way there. I got so much exercise, way more exercise than I ever need in my life. And I killed a bit of time, and then I had to go back. I'm so sad. This is part of the getting buff, all according to Keikak. No. Well, I mean, thanks to that though, something interesting happened today. And also, I ate 3 meals today, which was like, oh my god, 3 meals. That's a lot of meals in a day. I had breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's mind-blowing to me. I usually don't eat breakfast. Well, sometimes I have a granola bar, but I don't think that really counts. Did you enjoy your cereal when you got back home? Oh, okay, funny story about that. I was gonna go back and get cereal, but then I was like, I'm free until 3 p.m. What if I get something good for breakfast? And not only did I get something good for breakfast, I also got lunch like an hour later. I got a chocolate crepe for breakfast, and it was really good. So I'm glad that I had that experience, because otherwise I wouldn't have woken up early enough. I need to read later. This is not. I need to brain. Please English correctly. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the crepe. I wouldn't have woken up early enough to have this crepe. So I guess it's a good thing. Hopefully this is the only time that happens. So because I don't need crepes every day. And then after that, I got some fries for lunch, and they were okay. It was a lot of fries. I haven't even finished it. I still have some. I'm probably not gonna eat. I'm not gonna eat them though. They're like soggy now. And then, what did I do? I just chilled in my room, cause like, it's been forever since I just like sat down, did nothing. Even though I know that there's stuff I need to do, but I was like, maybe I should just sit here and decompress. And it was nice. It was really nice. Until I had to go to that thing at 3 p.m, which sucked my soul out. From 3 to 6, my soul was being sucked out. But then after that, I had pizza. So it was all good. But it was a very sad pizza. It was the saddest pizza I've ever eaten in my life. But anyway, let's go. Let's go on to the I added Melia Das's Chadkana in the corner just for a little visual of what I would like to be, what I would like to end up being one day. This is like the tell me about your weekend session before literature class. I don't know about what kind of literature class have you been going to. I've never had a tell me about your weekend session. Maybe in like middle school science class. I don't know. Alright. I've been talking about my unfortunate morning for a very long time. Someone knows a good way to get buff, Uruka. I join Kanpai-Niki. I thought buff Uruka was that thing from your first tweet. Jesus. Tweet. It is very obvious that I did not take a nap. Tweet. I did not read that as tweet. No, that was not buff Uruka. That's buff Kuma. Unfortunately, I'm not Kuma. But yeah. Let me know if the BGM is too loud or unfitting or anything. We can maybe we can get in some lo-fi if it's unfitting. I don't know. Will this work as a bedtime story? I have no idea. I didn't read it. I made Muumi check it. And I wrote it in the description, but her review of it was, Jesus Christ, what the everlasting F word. Eyebrow raised emoji. I mean, technically anything could be a good bedtime story. So, yes. It will work as a bedtime story. I do not know who wrote this. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It came from somewhere. Sakana sent it to me a few days ago. And I was gonna make Sakana check it, but he was like, no, I don't read. So I sent it to Muumi. I feel very bad, but Sakana didn't want to read it. So unfortunately Muumi had to be cursed with this. Okay. Let's get in the mood. This BGM is not very good mood music. But I guess it could be the mood that we want. Let me know if you ever want me to change the music. We can definitely do that. Okay. Uruka Gets Buff. Part 1. Ever since her home under a rock had been swept away by a flood, a certain trash bear had moved in with the rest of the Face Connect girls at their share house. Coincidentally, the number of half-finished ramen cups, empty beer bottles, and garbage bags had begun to pile up in the living room ever since. Alongside these hordes of rubbish, the trash bear had also brought in a few dumbbells, now buried below the garbage and ready to prey on any... Ready to prey on any unsuspecting toes. Okay. We're just gonna gloss over that. It was another Sunday night at the share house, and though no one could be seen from the living room, a delightful melody could just be heard from one of the rooms. As the sweet sounds drew to a close, Lee and Uruka exited from the room with their violins. For the past month, a British person wrote this. British or Australian. Their practicing could be heard every Sunday, shaking off the rust and getting a feeling for each other's styles more and more each time. Now taking a breather before resuming the stream, Uruka was scouring the place for some water before a crude remark roused the playful jest in her. Okay, so far it's okay except for that one part. No, Andre, I do not. I despise it. I despise anything below the ankle. I hate it. Please do not send me anything related. Keep it out of anything you send to me, please. I do not. Anyway. Gee, guess you finally got around to teaching me how to finger properly. Okay. Yes. Finger properly, yeah. Yeah. Should I teach you how to piss next to? Oh no. Wait a minute. Is fisting actually a thing? I thought that was just like a really random line from Yakuza. Actually, don't answer that. I don't want to know. Thank you. Get away. I've never heard of that. Wait, who? Who's who? Okay. The first one is Leah. The second was me, and the get away is also Leah? Anyway. Uruka launched an assault of flailing arms all over the alien's back, half in jest and half trying to prove her non-existent strength. The only squeals of agony came from Uruka's own knuckles buckling under her own frailty. I mean, that's probably true. Yep, I'm not gonna deny that. As the two sifted through the trash-ridden living room in hot pursuit, a yelp of pain shot from Uruka's mouth. Turning back in concern, Via caught the sight of Uruka hopping around on one foot while nursing the other in her hands. She didn't let the chance to tease Uruka's hubris in her very lacking toughness go by. Okay, so far this is quite accurate. I don't know how to do a good Leah impression. Oh no. I don't want to offend anyone. I can't. Do I just speak in a higher register? You dummy! Looks like those dumbbells put more work on you than you ever got out of them. That's so bad. I can't even do a... how do I do a me impression? Shut up! Get over here, you... Wow, is that Leah narrating off the screen? How did you know? Leah's in the room with me right now. How did you know? Oh god, wait, let me move this window. Stumbling over to the kitchen table, Uruka began making a noise like she'd swallow a fish bone. Oh no, Sakana, why are Sakana's bones out? Oh god. I didn't mean it like that, but... Okay. Yeah. Okay. 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 Although although it was meant although it was meant to just be a violent stream, her throat had paid the price for belting out some notes much above her range. Her display earned a genuine look of concern from Leah. Although Uruka waved it off as her coughing subsided. Hey, are you alright? Oh, hey! Oh, no, God. Hey, are you... hey, are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Just need some cough drops. From the trash-laden kitchen counter, a pack of orange lollies... What? This is definitely either a British or Australian person. A pack of orange lollies was pulled out like a treasure. They had no packaging saying what they were for, but what the hell? They looked colorful enough to do the trick. How are they colorful if they're only orange? Before Leah could say anything, Uruka had ripped apart the silver package. Oh, silver? What the hell? Silver packaging and down the whole thing like a shot of whiskey. What? I don't think you can eat lollipops like a drink. I think I probably would have choked. But that is interesting. Let me drink water. Leah impression. Hey. 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 What are you doing, you idiot? Again. You're not supposed to down them. Really? I thought they stacked or something. Like, you know. Wait, what? Wait, am I the one eating? I don't play League. I don't even know what stacked means. Like, you know, in League. Anyway, let's head back in. Following Uruka back in with a sigh of defeat, Leah took care to dance around any stray dumbbells. While contemplating the idiocy of this lovable goofball. Before she entered the room, however, a hulking mass of a hulking mass of flesh burst through the walls, impaling several soundproofing tiles that now hung off the thing like corpses. A cacophonous splintering. What is that? What is that? Cacophonous. Caco. I'm trying to Google. What the hell? Cacophonous. Involving or producing a harsh, discordant mixture of sounds. A cacophonous splintering of wood followed as a door ripped in two, flew across the living room and crashed into the wall. As Leah rushed in, wondering what the hell had happened, something so beautiful, yet so unholy all at once, manifested before her. Uruka. Uruka. What the hell? Am I the hulking mass of flesh that impaled several soundproofing tiles? Okay. Chatty Cuddles, thank you for the super chat. Face Connect doing book clubs now? I don't know if you consider this a book, but... yeah, I don't know if I want to discuss this afterwards, though. I think we're just gonna read it and forget that it happened. The trash bear's face had become dwarfed by the mountain ridges that now sat on her shoulders and left her jacket in shreds. From below, her pectorals bulged like the steel chest plates of a giant, and pushed her breasts forward to stretch the very limits of her black singlet. Since when was I wearing a singlet? Now holding on for dear life. A deep, booming voice echoed from where Uruka's head supposedly was. But Leah was far too deep in trance of bodily admiration to properly hear her. Hey dude, are you seeing this? What the hell happened? Unfazed, Leah's gaze further took a trip down Uruho's massive body, staring at her stomach that looked like a net had been bound tight to her to raise her flesh up in mountains. Only these abdominal alps. only these abdominal alps were made of pure muscle. Shamelessly going down further, she gawked at a pair of at a pair of thighs that looked more like bundles of steel rods inflated with testosterone, which had shrunk the bike shorts Uruka was wearing into a scanty pair of underwear. Why would steel rods be inflated with testosterone? Okay. That is definitely the weirdest part of this. I don't know why I pointed that out. At her knees, the musculature of Uruka's lower body crashed into one another, forming the visage of Arnold Schwarzenegger himself. Staring at the spectacle of a man, Leah felt a rush of heat throughout her. She'd never seen Uruka as more than a friend. Uruhok, however, was steaming up her insides like a pork butt. Oh my god. Like a pork butt. Being squeezed amidst those mountains for arms, while pressing her face against the steel corridor between why do I keep saying Uruku? Uruhok's pecs. It would be divine. Striking her out of her daze, the worried cries of a certain alcoholic fox and Earth's cutest rabbit came thundering in through the front door. Suddenly, I don't think my writing is as cringe anymore. Redacted secret. Oh my god. Oh no. I can't. If I couldn't do Leah, I can't do Tenma even more. Hey! Hey! Leah-chan! Uruka-chan! I can't do a Tenma impression. Everything daijoubu. I know it's supposed to be Tenma, but this just sounds like the world's biggest weeb. Oh my god. Meliodas, thank you for the super chat. Uruka, you used the chat kind of sketch I drew. Yes, I did. Thank you so much. I thought it would be a great visual. We heard something on the way back, so we heard it. Oh, that's Pippa. We heard something. We heard something on the way back into it. We heard something on the way back, so we heard. I can't do impressions at all. I can't even do a me impression. The bear had just come from a run to the convenience store from some good booze and snacks for dinner tonight at a yakiniku place. But as they now came to set eyes upon the mound of muscle before them, they could not help but admire in awe, though they were much more lively than Leah. This I'm gonna cringe. What a nice body. Oh my god. I'm sorry, Tenma. I'm sorry, Tenma. I'm sorry, Tenma. How you get so strong? Uruka yeah, Uruka-chan. Embrace the cringe, Uruka. I'm doing my best. Doing my best to embrace it. Okay. Okay. Just forget the cringe. As Muumi says, do not cringe. Embrace the cringe. While Tenma proceeded to grope Uruka's musculature enough times to usually earn a few cries of Sakana, Pippa prodded away at Uruka's arm. Why do I keep reading it wrong? Uruhok's arms, almost breaking her finger by jamming it into the tightness of her biceps. What? I bet you could choke someone with just your fingers. Just saying. Not like want it. Though not like a don't. I can't. I can't do this. Finally realizing the absurdity of the sight, Leah scanned around and realized a massive rift had been torn across the wall they had soundproofed for group streams. Pippa is a Mickey Mouse. Oh my god. All those hours trying to stick them up, all those declining numbers in their bank account. Yam Froggy, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you. It all surged back, seeing all the foam tiles ripped apart on the ground. Hey, how does Ilya say hey? Hey, hey, wow. Hey, you've broken down this entire wall of foam. That keeps you up at night. Thank you so much for the donation. Oh yeah. Hey, you've broken down this entire wall of foam. And aren't we supposed to be heading back to the stream soon? Echoing from the steps, hold on, yeah. The steps over her shoulder. Uruhok's voice resounded like a war horn rallying an army. Oh man, I forgot. Hey, grab our violins, Leah. We've got to show Chat this. Only now, Leah had realized Uruhok had been crouching, almost like a fetus nursed in the belly of Hulk Hogan before being shot out into the world via a body slam. Leah has a slight Valley Girl accent. I don't think she does. Or... I don't know, does she? I never noticed. As she raised her massive frame, her head tore through the roof, scattering the scaffolding all over the ground. Her unyielding shoulders carved away at the roof as she walked with the ease of a kitchen knife through butter. This isn't Uruka Hulk anymore, we're dealing with Uruka. Even though she'd been absolutely infatuated just a moment ago, Leah felt a disfigured rage kindle inside her, seething at how Uruka was tearing down their home and treating their practice like it was a joke. A joke! She reluctantly obliged, however, not wanting to keep the stream on hold for too long. While Pippa and Temma hung in the air off of Uruhok's arms like children playing on a swing, Leah resumed the stream with an air of frustration and genuine confusion. Valley Girl accent. I don't know how to do that. Yeah. She doesn't sound like that. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys, but I don't know if you can see, but she doesn't sound like that. Yo! Yo, what up, beautiful gang? It's your girl Uruhok in the house. I can't even do that. The booming roar of Uruhok almost shattered Ilia's eardrums, forcing her to roll on the ground as she cupped her ears. She sounds like a valley girl that isn't actually a valley girl. I don't know what you mean. All it roused from the other two were cheers of excitement and a raucous guffaw. Yeah, let's go, Uruka Chad. Seka no ichiban tsuyoi. Oh my god, I'm sorry, Temma. I'm sorry, Temma. When it's written out like this, hang on the vowels. How? Look at Look at my hubby, guys. So strong, so manly. Oh man, Uruka's classic catchphrase. Yo, what up? Yeah, the thing I say all the time at the beginning of every single stream. Yo, what up? Ya girl, Uruka. At the behest of their feminine woos of admiration, adrenaline surged through Uruka's body, causing her flesh to ripple as more muscle fibers were being recruited on the spot. You could almost see there's a lot of big words here. Striated. Wait. Marked with long, thin parallel streaks. You could almost see the striated fascicles of muscle begging to rip through her flesh, yearning for more space to exercise their gargantuan form. In a matter of seconds, Uruka had become a balloon of muscles that would leave their most bodybuilders cream. Ew! What the heck? Creaming their speedos. Okay, we're gonna get that out of the way. We're gonna get that out of the way. I need more water. Oh god. Adamant to show her newfound power, Uruka pumped her biceps up and down without pause. All the while, Tenma and Pippa hung onto them for dear life, laughing maniacally all the way. Each pump breathed life into Uruka's upper arms as they puffed up like jumpy castles before returning to an already ridiculous bulge. Every swing up and down brought with it the ebb and flow of Uruka's biceps, as though she lived vicariously through the pumping of blood through her upper arms. Kime, thank you so much for the super chat. I expect the Uruka line as the greeting for next stream. No promises. Just now recovering from her shell shock, Leah rolled over to see the sight for herself, still boiling with fury from Uruka's noticeable dearth of F's to give. What is a dearth? Scarcity or lack of something. Okay. Where was I? Still boiling with fury. I almost read that as furry. From Uruka's noticeable dearth of F's to give. Now hugging onto her biceps, Tenma and Pippa look like baby lambs slipping on the expansive hillsides of Uruka's arms, which seemed to bob up and down with the breath of the very earth itself. Glancing over at the chat, Leah saw the comments cascade down the screen. Uruka Chad, Saido Chesto! Saido Chesto! Squeeze me between those thighs. Like a fart in the wind. All the anticipation towards their violin practice had vanished. All those hours of practice now burned into Leah's head, became an object of scorn rather than a fond memory. Still, the goal of all those days of practice still shone in her mind. Putting her foot down, Leah handed Uruka a violin with a stern reminder of what they were here for. Uruka Model Wen. Thank you, Kaya, for the super chat. I'd be terrified of a Uruka model. Let's just leave it at that. The fourth comment is always appropriate. Oh my god. Okay. Oi. How are you show chat what we've been practicing off stream? I'm sure those stupid muscles of yours will help you play even better now. Oh yeah, sure. Well, that won't be a problem for these bad boys. Flinging the other two onto the bed like a pair of pillows. What the hell? Uruhoku now attended to the violin. As she plucked it up from Leah, her absolute boulders for fists almost crushed the teeny instrument. In between the fingers of her other hand, she wove the bow around like a toothpick, entertained by how it wobbled in the air. However, as soon as she'd begun to play, a very clear problem had begun to bulge out. Why does the problem need to bulge? As her arms attempted to swivel in, the rugged protrusion of her biceps grinded against her shoulders with the screech of a runaway train clawing against the tracks. What the hell? Okay, heartily budging around the corner of her shoulders. Uruhoku's biceps cried out in pain as they rose in mountains against her shoulders, shuddering under the Sisyphean... Wait. Sisyphean, denoting or relating to a task that can never be completed. Sisyphean. Shuddering under the Sisyphean task of bypassing these steps. It wasn't the only whir of flesh occurring across Uruhoku's body, however. As the other three peered at their friend's what? Why? As the other three peered at their friend's chest, they witnessed her iron pecs grate against each other like tectonic plates, sending tremors of flesh again across her body. Is Uruhoku now a planet? Earthquakes on Uruhoku planet? While she continued her hopeless struggle, Uruka... Why? Why? Uruhoku's breasts began to jiggle. Why? With the intensity of an earthquake that would break the Richter scale. Calling on all her power, a superhuman bellow erupts from between Uruhoku's shoulders as a fissure of converging muscles emerges from bicep to bicep. Despite her best efforts, the violin slips her hand and is hurled towards the wall like a load from a trebuchet. Hold on, I need to rub my eye. A gasp of shock ensues as Leah begins a mad dash to save the instrument. Hey, what the hell was that? Hey! What the hell was that? Don't you remember? This violin? All those times Leah's protests are broken up by sniffles as she brings her hands to her chest. Hidden from the others, she peers down at her fingers, which had barely saved the violin from crashing into the wall. Even with that, a few strings have snapped. Oh no. Moreover, a gash of sanguine. What does that mean? Optimism? What? That what? Sanguine. Oh, blood red color. Why are these definitions have nothing to do with each other? A gash of sanguine now gushed from her fingers as Leah battled through teary eyes to assess the damage. Her quivering back... Her quivering backside aroused a few approaching steps of concern from Tenma and Pippa, but a booming voice demanded their gaze once more. Hey, it's alright, Urufu gang. So what if I can't play the violin? Check this out. From below the screen, Two 20-pound dumbbells arose with the weightlessness of feathers in Uruho's clenched fists. Inclining her back a bit, Uruho's pecs dazzled in the sunlight in all their naked... Wait a minute. Wait. Whoa. Why are the pecs... What? But... Okay. Without any warning, Uruho's arms began to piston the dumbbells with the vigor of a lonely teenager. Hammering their... Oh, what? Wait, what? Hammering their hands away at their hips. And I must contend their wonder, Tenma and Pippa's jaws dropped open and began drooling as the dumbbells became a black blur in Uruho's hands. With a final roar, Uruho shot the cannonballs in her hands right through the roof, creating a thunderclap as the projectiles broke through the sound barrier, finishing her display by hitting a vacuum pose. Uruho proudly flexed her muscles to the bewilderment of Tenma and Pippa. Wow! Suge! What a strong boy. You know, muscle very good for... Oh god! Muscle very good for in bed when making baby. Of course. Yeah. When making baby. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, I wonder what it would feel like being crushed under all that muscle. Once more, their flirtatious coos aroused a bubbling of muscle fibers under the flesh of the Uruho's upper body. Each passing second, her skin thinned out into a pale pastry, relegating all space to the remarkable gains she's made. While the two continued to dangle around Uruko's arms, Leah was left a sobbing mess in the corner. Her eyes glided across the two holes in the ceiling, the tear through the soundproofing, and lastly, the broken violin in her hand. While everyone had gone on like nothing had happened, she sat there, wondering why no one seemed to remember that they were practicing for every Sunday. What the hell? This is just the beginning. I can see the scroll on the page is not even a quarter way through yet. God. There's not only part 2, there's more parts. Oh god. Okay. Part 2. Despite everything that had happened tonight, the gang found themselves at a yakiniku place as planned, with snacks and beer galore. While Tenma had opted to sit beside Uruho, permanently coddling her pillars for arms, Leah found herself mulling what had happened on the other side next to Pippa. Apart from turning over a piece of meat every now and then, she didn't utter a word. Seeing Uruka beam with an earnestness she hadn't seen before, Leah had resigned to let her revel in all her muscle-bound glory for the rest of the night. She didn't just look like a handsome hunk of man meat. Oh god, man meat. Why? Why do you need to call it man meat? Waiting to have a set of teeth sunk into her, she looked happier too. Everything they'd been practicing and working for. It was only a matter of time anyway. It could wait, right? While Tenma and Uruka were guzzling down beer and shoving everything from chicken, lamb, and squid down their throats, Pippa had taken note of Leah's silence. Each scene of her trembling backside from before roused the pain in Pippa's chest. Nudging Leah towards her, Pippa cradled her head on her shoulder, combing through her hair. Although the alien only muttered a few words, Pippa felt all the angst from today purged alongside a sigh. Thanks, Pippa. It's okay. Take your time. The two of them stared on as Uruka made a show of lining up plates of meat from shoulder to fingertip, letting it all slip down her mouth like a water slide, much to the drunken bemusement of Tenma. With a simple flex of her muscles, the plates all flipped up into the air and clattered on top of each other, rousing another guffaw from the inebriated fox. Seeing her now, Leah recalled all those evenings Uruka had spent heaving up those dumbbells, only to resign as they put another crater in the floor. All the while, she'd apologized profusely to the girls, chastising herself for chasing something she'd affirmed giving up since coming to Earth. That was so realistic, I don't know what's real anymore. Thank you, June. I know, I'm a professional voice actor. Find me on My Little Pony Abridged. All those nights they'd spent staying up talking about their homeworlds whirred by in Leah's head, wondering if anyone missed them back there. If she could go back if she got stronger. If they'd forgive her and accept her musical escapades if she'd gotten strong enough to be a guardian. Seeing none of those worries in the Uruka before her, Leah managed a smile, realizing that her friend was happy now. Reassuring her further, Pippa chimed in with her own thoughts. You know, at the end of the day, I don't think she's changed. She's just living out a life everyone wanted her. Wait, who's saying this? Oh, you know, at the end of the day, I don't think she's changed. She's just living out a life everyone wanted her to now. I'm sure when she gets over herself, you'll be practicing together like nothing happened. And we'll be there to wonder what to do. Oh no. As her dustbin slowly seeped out, Leah raised her head with a grin and brought the gang in for another round of drinks. Cheers! And hey, Uruka, I bet I could finish more plates than you by the end of this. Turning towards her friend in surprise, Uruka accepted the challenge without pause. Yeah, right, bring it on. Wait, what are we challenging? Eating contest. I see. That's not realistic, though. None of this is realistic. What am I talking about? The rest of the night was followed by a rabid scramble between the two to scrap up any meat on their plates and out to the other. Pippa and Tenma cheered them on, resigning to chow down the side dishes and cook the meats for them. By the end of the night, all four of them were sprawled all over the chairs, along with the spectrum of being too bloated to raise a finger or too drunk to see straight. Sorry. As the other two fell asleep with the bottle still in their hands, Leah found herself alone with Uruka. Although she made up somewhat, Leah couldn't shake off an air of awkwardness about them before Uruka broke the silence with her drunken rambles. Wait, who? Oh, Leah. How do you like me now, huh? See? All jacked up and stuff now. Bet I could beat any one of you. Guardians. Guardians. You know what? You sit right there. I'll let you know how strong I've gotten. I'll go around changing the world with these bad boys. Why is she Southern now? I'll go around changing the world with these bad boys until you can't ignore me. Oh my god. As the last of her reason latched onto whatever runaway train of thought Uruka Hulk was going on about, Leah joined the conversation. How are you gonna do that, Uruka? You gotta go destroy some mountains or something? Maybe. Anything to stir up trouble. Yeah, my folks didn't notice something's not quite right here. Give it a week or two and they'll be begging for me to come back. A familiar pang struck at Leah's heart. As the more and more Uruka talked, the less of her she recognized. Oh no. Certainly being a guardian was proving her strength was part of who she was. But that wasn't Uruka before coming to Earth. Leah wondered if below those hulking arms and shapely rock-hard abs, the Uruka she knew was still in there, just waiting to emerge when this was all done. What an authentic accent. Thank you, Russian pun. Yeehaw! Uruka gets sweeter. Yes. Honestly, still can't believe this started as a writing prompt that got picked up. There was a writing prompt? I don't know about the writing prompt here. Oh god. Just a week, right? After that we can go back to our practices like usual? The question caused Uruka to knit. Oh wait, that was Leah. Just a week, right? After that we can go back to our practices like usual? The question caused Uruka to knit her eyebrows together. At least that's what it looked like her face was doing behind the crevice formed by her looming mountain ranges for shoulders. Yeah, don't worry about it. I mean, it's only a week, right? I'll keep teaching you after. But you remember, right? Why I asked you to teach me in the first place? I mean, we'd all agreed by the end of the month. Yeah, 'cause you asked me, duh. It'll be fine. Practice can wait a week. I just gotta make some waves out there. Pop back to my world. Hell, maybe my folks will be cool about the whole music thing. If I'm this jacked. Might even be cool with getting my place back. Haha. Oh god. In just under a minute, the flame that had kept Leah in high spirits tonight had been extinguished. All the embers had been stamped out under the abomination of flesh and muscle that had taken over her friend. Realizing any further talks wouldn't bring her back, Leah urged the gang to retire for the night. Hey! Come on, it's late now. I'll pay, so please, let's just go. Still despondent to the shift in her mood, Uruka finished a final can of beer before obliging. She hung the other two, fast asleep, over her shoulders like laundry left out to dry. Oh god. And went on a long silent path home with Leah. So am I just walking home T-posing the entire time? Oh my god. Part 3. Even though she'd announced her intentions so readily that night, Leah still quite wasn't able to believe how empty the share house had become that week. Although Pippa had stayed the first few days to get in a few streams and lend an ear to her sobs, she'd run off as soon as news of Uruka's escapades of strength reached her ears. Left to wallow the seas of trash by her lonesome, Leah began to find even getting in a match of League or making a dent in her backlog of games a chore. Despite getting a clear answer that night, she'd rejected that the world could move on when everything she'd been working for this month now hung in the balance of whether Uruka could come to her usual self. In fact, she'd come to realize there was no guarantee of that even happening, or whether she'd even elect to stay with them after reconnecting with her folks. Recalling back to when she'd first met Uruka, it was hard to believe that almost 6 months had passed. But along with the rest of the girls, her life on Earth had only gotten better because of it. She wanted to tell it to Uruka in a way that she would understand, a way she'd appreciate. But now that chance was fading further and further into... But now that chance was fading further and further into the distance. Actually, the closest thing she had to talking with Uruka was aimlessly gawking at the television, absorbing whatever Herculean feat had been spotted disrupting the world as of recent. whether the Tower of Pisa had somehow been set straight over the night, or if the Easter Island heads had been set up like a house of cards. It was clear Uruka was on the move to prove herself herself the strongest guardian. Left alone, Sunday came to Leah like the excruciatingly slow and bloody crawl of a bombing victim. What the hell? What kind of metaphor? Simile? What kind of simile? Only this time, the familiar belting of a trash bear is in unison with a duet of violence was nowhere to be heard. This was it. There was nothing more for her. With no other option, Leah called upon her otherworldly powers, flying into space and gathering up all the fuel of her rebellion that Uruka had so kindly gathered up. Hold on, I need a minute. My eyes are like blurring. Give me a moment. Okay. On the other side of the world, the three musketeers had spent the week lauding over the muscle-bound exploits of the Uruhok, who had now turned her hand to clearing the world of trash, ironically enough. Even if she felt a pang in her heart in seeing all this trash not being collected, she decided it would be fine if it got her name out there. Did you remember to wear your contacts before bed? Yes, I did. My vision's not the problem here, it's just like sometimes when I look at things for too long, like my eyes start to blur together. You know how when you open your eyes together, they like you see one thing, but technically both eyes are seeing something different. So sometimes when I look at things for too long, I start seeing the different things in each eye. Yes, they unfocus, yeah. Between rearranging the cultural icons of the world and a few acts of altruism, it seemed like only a matter of time before some otherworldly forces took note of her. Their current adventure had them on a boat on Saturday morning, staring at what looked like an island colony of plastic spanning twice the size of Texas. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch. All its ghoulish hues of murky brown and dark green made itself out to be the sickly corpse of some bloated sea creature, about to explode its guts from all the gases building up inside. Hold on, I forgot to mute Discord. Okay. Uruhok flashed a smile at her two cheerleaders, prompting their feminine charms. Feminine charms? To give her muscles an extra boost. Oh my god. Ganbare Uruka-chan. If you do this, I make sure to forgive you. Oh my god. I make sure to give you good time in bed. Go get a motorcar. I'll give you a reward if you clean this all up. A visual and oral stimuli of attention from the opposite sex had started firing off all the neurons. What do you mean opposite sex? What? Did I grow something down there? my god. Okay. Now stuck in between her shoulders and comprising less than a tenth of her body mass. In their place, thousands of muscle fibers were being birthed in the molten forges of her steely body. Without warning, the Uruhok launched off into the air. With such ferocity, the boat almost capsized from the push of her feet against it. Pippa and Tenma recovered just in time to see a mid-air flex from the Uruhok as squeezed her pecs in between the iron rods of her arms, causing her breast causing her breast to bump out as well. So do I have like four? I have two separate chests. I have four sections. 2 are pecs and 2 are breasts. Oh god. That's what I'm imagining. She then broke out into song as she made her pectoralis majors dance with such momentum to vibrate the air and create the instrumental to her intro theme. It's Fujikura Uruka that's Urufu to you. She's gotten jacked as FN is going to show you too. Answering her call, Tenma and Pippa piped up like a school cheerleading squad. F you! Empowered by their cries, Uruhok does a chest fly to bear the unbridled glory of her pecs at the garbage patch before diving straight down, reaching speeds of Mach 10 F ton. The impact of her pecs onto the water created an explosion of noise dwarfing Krakatoa. In mere milliseconds, she resurfaces with the velocity of a bullet train before repeating the dive again. Each time her chest lights up in crimson from the slap of her pecs against water at speeds that turn it into concrete, although such an unbelievable feat had almost pushed the girls to... What? What? Although such an unbelievable feat had almost pushed the girls to climax. Oh my god. What the hell? Tenma suppresses herself to reveal the Uruhok's plan, as though she was Archimedes running out of the bathtub. Masaka! Masaka! I've seen this before when whales go fishing. What? What? Pippa gladly provides the color commentary. What do you mean, Tenma? When they'd hunt in groups, they'd encircle their prey first. No, I see it now. She's drawing a circle around the trash heap. Indeed, an entire series of circular ripples from each dive had roped around almost half the entire garbage heap. In just under half a minute, it would easily enclose the entire 1.6 million square kilometers of rubbish. That's not all, Pippa-chan. Look, her wonderfully sexy... Her wonderfully sexy pecs aren't burning up for show. They're like that because she's hitting the water so hard it locally heats up the water to a boil. What? You don't mean... Tashikani so, Pippa-chan. Oh my god. She's producing a bubble net around the garbage patch, rounding it up so they aren't spread out by the waves. Sasuga Uruhok. Not even the seas can challenge her strength. Although, what she'll do now? Wakannai. Oh my god. I'm dying inside. Wakanai. Wakanai. Wakanda. Just as the revelation comes through, a trail of bubbles finishes herding the garbage heap together. Some hundreds of meters above the sea, Uruka can be seen falling in an upright position. Although, for a moment, it looks like she's run out of steam. Her upper and lower bodies begin to wind in opposite directions. A labored journey of her biceps over the vast plains of her pecs has begun, which by now are big enough to land a fighter jet. Her tree trunks for legs share her upper body's plight as they steadily rotate around her torso like the barrel of a gun. However, it's now Pippa to provide the play-by-play, realizing what deadly weapon of mass muscle destruction is being cocked up. Okay. Wait, who's speaking? My dear Mi-chan, do you know what happens when two winds traveling opposite to each other collide over the seas? Bewildered by a sudden appearance of the National Geographic? It's National Geographic show, Gemma can only follow along in desperate search for answers. No, Pippa-chan. No. No, Pippa-chan. What happens? Well, since the winds want to move past each other but cannot, they're forced upwards, creating a funnel of air into the sky. You see now? Taking a moment to glance over at Uruka, with her arms and legs now wound on the opposite sides of her body, Gemma catches on. Bakana. What? People sound like Mickey Mouse. Oh. Toodles! Oh, Toodles! Before people can confirm her answer, a ghastly wail of the very air being torn apart and dragged against its will plagues the air. In just an instant, two rotating columns of winds had been forced to rend their fury against each other, before combining into a cannon of air. As though being beamed up by a UFO, the entirety of the garbage heap in all its detestable form springs up like a hand reaching towards the sky, while being flung around the water spout like clothes in a laundry machine. I like how Tenma and Pippa are now the friends in shonens who commentate during the fights. You're right. They're the ones that are explaining everything that's going on. Again. But I Naruho don't, Pippa-chan. Now all the trash is being swept up with the ocean water too. Pippa takes a moment to watch Uruka battle against the upstream of trash, wedging out her taut airstrips for pecs like an icebreaker. Mi-chan, have you ever heard of an Eppendorf tube? Or a centrifuge machine? Yeah. Nani sore? What the hell? What? Tenma no understand big word. Okay. see. Well, when scientists want to find the amount of actual red blood cells in a sample of blood, they place it into an Eppendorf tube. Actually, it's just a glass cylinder. I don't know why I mentioned the name to you, but... Oh wait, I forgot the voice. But... the magic is what happens next. To separate the red blood cells from all the plasma and whatnot. The tubes are placed in a machine that spins them around really fast. Everything that spins around the tube, but since the blood cells are they're fucked into the walls of the tube. Let's stop and slide down to the bottom, easily separating them. Although I don't know why she's going to the bottom then. Well, the trash should be flying up since it was floating on the ocean in the first place. I can't do Tema voice. I give up. But wait, what if she's gonna launch all this trash into the stratosphere? Indeed, the spiral column of trash had gravitated towards the center of the waterspout, gradually forming a neat little line above the rest of the ocean. Only a film of seawater now surrounded the trash and went above it. At the very bottom of the spout, Uruka compacted her pecs against one another with the force of a hydraulic press, storing the energy up like a rubber band. Once her pecs could squeeze no longer, Uruka whipped her arms like the tail of a brachiosaurus, launching her up like a rocket into the bottom of the trash column. Screaming out in a bid for her body to lend all its strength, her pecs exploded with power until they matched the size of the Vancouver International Airport. What? As they slammed against the first piles of garbage. Not stopping in her tracks, Uruka continued to rise upwards, catching all the trash with her pecs and neatly stacking it like a Jenga tower until she disappeared into the clouds. How? You know, I'm not even... Okay. Where did I stop? Okay. For a moment, Tema and Pippa heard nothing but the whirs of the waterspout still spinning around. However, a rumble from the heavens could be heard. Could it be? Had Uruka's folks noticed her godly power at last? With a final cry for power, the clouds were sent packing away from the sky, and the waterspout dissipated as it was forced down into the sea. Floating amidst the sky and unmoving, there she was. Having expended all her energy, Uruka dropped like a stone towards the ocean. Oddly specific knowledge of blood platelet separation method. Yep. And other things. What the heck? Yoku dekimashita. Yoku dekimashita. Mi-chan, you're correct. Don't worry about that. Quickly, we have to catch her. Scrambling to reach the spot where Uruka was falling to, the pair quickly raced up to the bridge to move the boat in time. Fortunately, all ended well, as Uruka quickly came to before crashing into the deck, opting to gently dive into a spot just beside the boat. After giving her some time to recover, the trio reflected on a disturbing lack of otherworldly presence despite their display. Gee, you'd think someone would notice me messing around now. Oh, there. But no one has come from outside yet. Why is that my Tema voice? I have no idea. Taking a moment to ponder on the problem, Pippa calmly suggested something. But Uruka, no one here even sees what you're doing. We always leave too quickly. Remember when you shot up all the trash on Mount Everest into space? There was all that news coverage, but no one even saw you. Tema and Uruka nodded in agreement, realizing that If they haven't even let the rest of the Earth know, how could anyone else? Then Pippa-chan, what do you think we should do? Well, if we want to make a name for Uruka, we should do something that people are already watching. Some sort of challenge to the world. I think I've got it. Losing no time in steering the boat back, the other two didn't even get to hear her plan as Pippa set her eyes back to getting them on land and landing Uruka the fight of a lifetime. Water. I'm so confused. What is even going on? Do I want to know? I don't know. Anyway. Part 4. For eons, the might of man had been determined by not just their physical strength, but their prowess for battle. It was a competition that garnered the interest. What the hell, garnered the interest of the people through countless eras. In our age, this had evolved into the art of unharmed combat, where each man would put their combination of fighting styles and ideologies against each other to determine who sat atop the world in everyone's eyes as man's strongest. Amidst the array of fighters, a man who had humble origins in the sand mines of Cameroon, Central Africa as a child, who then traveled to Paris, had come to challenge this title of the world's strongest. Each day of arduous labor had sculpted a then already impressive physique into the vessel of destruction this man had become. Even among those of his stature, his fists held a power able to put men to sleep even if it grazed them. Rumors compared it to a tranquilizer, able to topple a rhino with a well-placed blow. Today, amidst the darkness of the sold-out Rogers Center in Toronto, what is with all these Canada? A crowd anxiously awaits the arrival of this man. After what I'd... Oh, because our share house is in Canada. I see. After what had been about half an hour of preparations, it begins. A spotlight appears. A wistful melody is played out on the bagpipes. It carries an air of solace. The sigh of relief of a warrior who had just plowed through a battlefield, leaving many dead in his wake. The spotlights focus on a black beast of a man, carrying with him centuries of plight in the merciless deserts, spent chasing wild animals and killing them to survive. All that rampant power, refined by modern training techniques and improved with proper nutritional knowledge, created the weapon of destruction that now entered the octagon. What? Although usually the introductions would wait for both entrants, these exceptional circumstances call for them to be done after one another. A booming voice announces the man said... A booming voice announces the man said to carry the heaviest fists in the UFC. What is UFC? Did I miss something? What is a UFC? Anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time! Fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record. UFC is a mixed martial arts promotion. Oh, I see. Ultimate Fighting Championship. Oh, okay. Thank you for telling me. Fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 16 wins, 3 losses. He stands 6 feet, 4 inches tall, weighing in at 249 pounds. Jesus. Wait, what? Fighting out of Paris, France. Fighting, out of Paris, what? Fighting out of Paris, France. The reigning, defending, undisputed UFC heavyweight championship of the world, or champion of the world, Francis, the Predator, Ngannou. I can't pronounce that. Applause erupted from the usual crowd. Cheers for the champion spurring on his defense of the title, nay, of mankind, from whatever unholy thing he was about to face. Once more, the lights dimmed. Just as one part of the crowd came to a hush, another began to rise up. From the opposite entrance, a series of tremors thundered down the path, ravenous to make his name known to the world. Ngannou. Okay. From the curtains, a pillar of pure muscle, bursting from its fleshy confines and gnarled around its carrier like some ancient willow, stormed down the path with a shameless swagger. At the sight of their idol... Their idol? Yeah. At the sight of their idol, a mass of the crowd broke into song, announcing their object of worship to the world with endless vigor. It's Fujikura Uruka that's Urufu to you. She's jacked as hell as you can tell, there's nothing she can't do. This is her story, listen close cause she won't start anew. It's Fujikura Uruka. Yes. The abomination of flesh and bone pounds away at her chest muscles, each about the size of a traveling suitcase. Oh my god. That is gigantic. She slams against them like ancient war drums, altering the impact so that her muscles may literally shake the air to respond to her followers in earnest. F you. Oh my god. Are you looking for sense in the fanfic where Uruka became Uruhoko with drugs? Yeah, ask yourself that before you ask anything about common sense. This is a good bedtime story. It's putting me to sleep. Dangling in a good way. In a good way. Or maybe it's just because I'm tired as hell. Dangling about her arms like a bunch of Christmas decorations. Its cutest rabbit and its most alcoholic fox join in the chant. As they reach the cage, they reluctantly hit the ground, subjugated to being cornermen for their friend. With the challenger in the building, the introductions may continue. Fighting out of the blue corner, a bear become guardian, making her professional debut. She stands 10 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 330 pounds. Oh, 10 feet 2 inches tall. 330 pounds. Alright. Fighting out of Toronto, Canada, the challenger, Uruka Fujikura. As this is a match to the death, Mario Yamasaki will be coming out of retirement as a referee. 330 pounds sounds underweight for that height. That's what I was thinking. And all that muscle has to weigh something, right? Joining us at the casting table will be Dominic Cruz and Joe Rogan as usual. Why is it back to she? Yeah, I thought I became a dude. Following her introduction, drones of boos and cheers of encouragement can be heard in equal measure. Temma and Pippa, although clueless about the fight game, rally on their friend in the best way they know. Get Uruka-chan. You got this. What the hell? Remember, if you wish, you did it. Oh no. Zeha, thank you for becoming a member. Welcome to the Uruka game. This is an interesting time to join, but thank you. The question is, who are the others? Who are the others? Oh my god. That's right, so beat the shit out of him. Kick him in the dick. At command, Urufok's muscles rupture against their fleshy person. As segments of bound muscle fibers. Ew. Ew. This is disgusting. Segments of bound muscle fibers now partially reveal themselves. With that, Mount Rushmore has been dethroned as North America's most famous mountain, usurped by the rugged range of pecs spanning between Uruk's biceps. But enough with that. A bell sounds and the fighters size each other up. Next to Uruk, the Cameroonian looks like a midnight snack. His entire frame would probably fold up perfectly into one of Uruk's pecs, like a munchable being squished into a lunchbox. In the calm before the storm, the commentators put to words what everyone is thinking about this bizarre bout. Well, Joe, I've heard what? I've heard about transgender athletes crushing weightlifting competitions, but I don't think we've seen anything like this. That's because she's an actual woman, Cruz. A massive one at that. Really? I don't see anything down there. Gonna agree with Muumi at this point? Yes. Yeah, Labras, me too. Me too. No, she's a biological woman. But look at the size of those calves. I mean, Jesus. I don't blame you for not seeing anything down there. It's pure, unadulterated muscle. No body fat. Yeah, I think any pickle down there would have been sliced off between those things. Yeah, oh my god. Oh. What the hell? Okay. That's right. But I don't think you can ever call Urufu a human. I mean, she looks like a bull all juiced up ready to take over the barn and screw all the kids. Uh-huh. I don't think the cows would be very happy about that. Before the insightful commentary can continue, a blow like thunder shocks the arena. From just a mere jab, the champion's nose has been pressed in like a button. While blood dyes his face beetroot red. He staggers backwards, clutching at his facial reconstruction surgery. While Urufok's corner cheers on. What? Okay. Nice. ナイスウルカちゃんぶち殺す I can't. Why are all of Temma's lines oh my god. Okay, I think it's only cringe because it's in written form. Go, go, Uruka! Still in the game, the champion uploads a haymaker straight into Uruka's chest, saying that it's as far up as his punches will reach, but the outcome arouses gasps of shock and horror from the crowd. The grating bone against bone... the grating of bone against bone screeches out, accompanied by a cry of agony. This time, however, it's not the bony Uruka yelping out. Oh, I think his wrist is broken. It's only the first round, Dom, but it could end right now. It looks pretty bad, Joe. Hopefully he can shake it off and... Hopefully he can shake it off and get back in there. No, look, Dom. It's drooping about like a chew toy. Wait, what a minute. What? Oh, his wrist. Okay. While the champion stumbles backward to recover, a ferocious cross cracks his jaw, letting out a crunch that electrifies the spines of everybody watching. The champ isn't just in pain. For a moment, his eyes roll backwards, unable to find their bearings. Joe, quick on the trigger as always, points this out. Oh! I think that hurt him. He's hurt bad. This isn't looking good for Francis. What follows is a ruthless barrage of hooks locked onto the head of the champ. Although the range of movement is severely limited by the magnitude of her arms, they pack enough power to bounce the champ's head around like a pinball. As the people's hero is reduced to a bobblehead toy, the crowd laments the tragedy before them. Looking comfortably from the side, Yamasaki merely enjoys the spectacle, letting the Cameroonian be a warrior in the cage. Although, it does cross his mind that Francis is looking pretty bad. Damn, someone should stop this fight, he thinks. With every swing at the champ's head and body, the vast gap in muscularity is made all the more apparent. What were you thinking was drooping? His wrist, of course. And I was right. Every single sarcomere that lines up with the muscle fibers of the Uruhok is a war-hardy legion of soldiers. Linked arm in arm with their brothers in battle, their tout formation shoots every iota of force down the ranks like a bolt of lightning, evident from the pulses along her exposed fascicles of muscles. No bit of strength is dampened by any rampants of body fat in this god against men. Although the champ's body is impressive for a human, it can't hold a candle to the beast before him. With every meeting between fist and flesh, a beeline of destructive power from the Uruhok explodes into a ripple of skin when hitting the champ. Oh god. His muscles are liquefied, bouncing about like jelly and turning his organs into soup, while the finely sculpted arm of the Uruhok remains unflinching. Tracing a line towards the source of power, one must climb over the rugged boulders of the Uruka's fists before traversing the rocky, striated expanses of her arms. Each eruption of muscle beyond the flesh seems more like magma tearing apart the Earth's crust than a regular human arm. Finally, one lands at the bastion of her pecs. These are beyond just being massive. They seem more like the celestial forges from which the planets were molded. As with each contraction, they grind together with such friction that molten metal seems to trickle from betwixt the Uruhok's breast. In the presence of a god, the commentators must keep their cool and relay this bout for the ages. Jesus. I don't even know what's happening anymore. Wow, Joe. Wow, Joe. I think he's trying to get her gas her out. Wow, Joe. I think he's trying to gas her out, making her use those big muscles, knowing they use a lot of hydrogen. It's about wearing down those fast twitching muscles. With a hint of frustration at his co-caster's persistent inability to wipe the shit from his eyes and use his head, Joe voices his opinion. I don't think he's trying to gas her out. I think he's getting smashed. Gee, somebody should stop this. Alas, his concerns came too late. After all, the most dangerous man in the cage isn't Uruka, but the referee, Mario Yamasaki, watching on like a Roman emperor at the Colosseum. F for Francis, yeah. All of Uruka's reserves of strength are channeled towards her fist, launching 330 pounds of ass whooping towards the champ's skull. The blow swivels his head about like a screw, cutting his heartbeat in an instant. Oblivious to her actions, Uruka lifts up her cornermen as they jump over the cage to celebrate their newfound stardom, broadcast to the whole world. Oh no, I killed someone. Oh no. Okay. Yosh! Uruka-chan, you did it! Let's go! I knew you could do it! Yeah, fucking done. He's fucking dead. While Uruka juggles about her mates like a dad tossing up his child, Joe condemns the sight before them. Hold on, I need water. Top 10 ways to die. I hope no one's hearing this right now. Oh god. If I walk outside and there's people there and they're giving me strange looks, it's I probably know why. Ow. I hit my desk. We have just witnessed manslaughter. She's killed a man. And she's now celebrating. Indeed, the former champion's neck has been wrung about like a strand of spaghetti, holding on to its head for dear life. That is morbid. Amidst the jeers of the crowd, the clunking of the heavyweight championship belt can be heard as it is haphazardly tossed onto the canvas. As the Uruhok realizes the error of her ways, she hurries to make amends. Hang in there, buddy, I've got you. Winding up her explosive fists once more, the Uruhok launches a punch at the bottom of the Cameroonian's chin, screwing back his head onto his shoulder. His elongated neck winds back into place like the ribbon twirled by a ballerina. What? Pippa is quick to point out, however, the man is still not breathing. If it's weird enough, they won't bother Nobuki. No offense, but if anyone outside heard you, I don't think they'd want to look at you for a few days. Oh no. Oh no. Uruka, what do we do? We can't be on TV. Oh, wait, who is this? Uruka, what do we do? We can't be on TV for killing someone. It'll ruin everything. But the Uruhok is not done yet. Cocking her arms well behind her shoulders, she readies herself to give this man the world's most violent defibrillator. Without warning, her pillars of muscle piston the man's chest, oscillating at such an intensity that it appears as though 1,000 Urukas are pounding the man with their arms at once. With the swiftness of a boxer slinging their fists off the ropes to launch a punch, each of the Uruhok's blows seem to rebound from the very air as they hammer down at the former champion. After a few seconds, the tremors of the man's heart in his own ribcage produce a roar of life as he comes to, much to the delight of everybody. I don't believe it, Dom. What a class act. She's revived her opponent. Before Pippa and Tenma can celebrate this miracle, a very different tremor can be felt throughout the arena. As the earth creaks under the stress from above, cracks begin to open up in the Roger Center. Shortly after, the arena is torn asunder. opening a hole to the molten core of the earth. What the f- What? Okay, so now the earth is falling apart. The ceiling tiles of the center begin to fall apart and the blue sky breaches the darkness of the bout. At last, could they have noticed her? Before the Uruka can look for a portal from her home world, she hears a cry from Tenma. Uruka-chan, watch out! Below us! A stream of magma is barreling up from the center of the earth on a one-way track to turn the arena into a human hot pot. What the hell? Quick on the trigger, Uruka pulls the pieces of fragmented earth back together in perhaps the most excruciating peck squeeze she's ever done in her life. Her chest almost tenses so much it prunes up, as though all the energy is being sucked out of her. As everyone but the gang rushes out of the stadium, the entrance to the Earth Center is barely closed in time, as magma smashes against the surface. Although hardly any magma escapes, the impact launches the three still inside the octagon far into the air and outside of the Rogers Center, where hell on earth had just begun. Streaking across the blue sky, flaming heaps of trash and debris rain down on the city below, tearing apart buildings and hurling themselves at the scattered civilians. No. No, how do you... Noxious. A noxious odor fills the air, as though all the waste in the world was being incinerated. Floating amidst this all was a girl from another world, clad in white, blonde hair flickering in the wind and surrounded by a green aura. Now with a clear look over their surroundings, the gang share a gasp of disbelief. Man should be more dead than before the defibrillating. Yeah. He'd probably be beaten to a pulp after that. Why is this set in Vancouver? I live there. This is so weird. I think they chose Vancouver because Face Connect is based in Vancouver. Or maybe they live in Vancouver, I don't know. That's where Tenma lives, right? I don't know. There's many parts of Canada. Part 5. Ria-chan, what are you doing here? Yeah, what's happening around here? You good, dude? Their cries are nothing but a scowl from her. Though it had been a week for them, she'd spent an eternity in her lonesome left to her demons to tear up and take apart everything she'd treasured in this world. It all came to this moment. You still don't get it? I can't do her voice. You still don't get it? You still don't get it? Even after all the time we've been together, you can't even guess why. Well, I guess it's not really you under all that stupid muscle, is it? With a furious swing of her arms, the balls of fire seem to heed her command and veer on the scattering crowds. Realizing the threat, Uruka digs her feet into the ground and loads up her legs like a spring, bolting towards the crowd. Just making it in time, she nests the flaming waters between her arms and swings it back towards the sky, then launching off before the next ball of fire can reach the surface. Angered by her display, the alien ups the ante, raining down more meteors towards the earth. In her blinding fury, the meteors drift towards Tenma and Pippa, forcing out a cry of terror and despair, catching Uruka's attention. Guys, hold on! In a frenzied sprint towards the two huddled together and cowering down, Uruka manages to dive in under a massive boulder, scooping up the two before they are crushed. She hugs them close to her chest, shielding them from the subsequent impact of the meteor. After checking they're alright, she turns her head to the perpetrator. Despite everything, Leah's action aroused not fury, but confusion. A void in Uruka's mind as to why she'd act out like this. It was unlike anything she'd ever seen. It scared her. And her venomous outburst didn't provide any comfort either. Wait, so where did Leah go the entire UFC arc? Like, did she just disappear? She just wasn't there. There's too many things happening, man. I don't get it. Oh wait, that's me. I don't get it. Every practice you look so happy. I thought you meant wanting to do this together. With all of us. And yet, when it's finally here, you just forget? Go off on some roid rage? Is the time we spent together that cheap? Is it that unimportant? Fine. I'll do you a favor. Since you don't care about any of us or this place anyway. Wait a minute, is that me or her? Oh wait, this might have... this... I think... wait, actually that was Leah. Oh well. Cleaving the heavens in twain. A monstrous abomination. Leah was off destroying the world. It's only been 1 week. The entire Get All the Trash into Space and UFC arcs were like 5 days total somehow. Wait a minute, are you the writer? Are you the one who wrote this? TF Llama. Engulfing the blue sky and blotting the sun, a colossal amalgamation of Earth's rubbish begins to alight as it picks up speed and descends. Only it seems to be shrinking as it does so, much to the confusion of the three. I'm not the writer, but I've read it like 3 times. Oh my god. I didn't know there was a time. I didn't know there were time indicators. But that is interesting. It seems like much more than 5 days. Nande. Why is it smaller? Wait. Why is what smaller? Hold on. Oh, the trash. Realizing the intent behind Leah's words, Pippa alerts the others of the dire situation before them. It's moving farther away. That direction. It's going towards Face Connect's office. Wait. You sure, Pippa? But then... she really wants to... Quick! We have to get there before it lands! Wasting no time, Uruho's legs begin to alternate, chambering midair, kicking off the surfaces of buildings with a little care for destruction as she heads for the meteor. Flying right behind her, however, Leah levitates the fallen debris and spins it into a jagged whirlwind of hurt, rending Uruka's exposed muscle and eviscerating her flesh. Adamant to protect the other two clutched to her chest, Uruka can only twist and dive midair, using her still rugged shoulders to shield the assault while Leah continues to assault her. I bet it doesn't hurt you, huh? Why would it? You've been happily showing off when we were supposed to be preparing to celebrate all this time we spent together, trying to learn how to play, trying to learn all these songs. I should have never bothered. That doesn't sound like her at all. Oh well. Although the debris is nothing more than a drizzle against her back, each blow digs deep into the Uruho's heart, piercing the fortress of her pecs. Oh my god. The fortress of her pecs. All the words and hurt from a friend have been the only blows to affect her since she'd become like this. This was gonna be something, she thought. Before she could worry about that, however, the looming shadow of the mountain of trash before them now hung just some kilometers above the Face Connect office, which they had all reached at last. Bye, Jose. Hopefully you're sane enough to continue whatever you're doing. Uruka-chan, quick! The others are probably still in there. You have to do something. I hear you. Setting Tama and Pippa down, Uruka leaps up to the top of the office building and discards the remaining shreds of her jacket. Oh my god, am I wearing anything? Oh no. That doesn't sound good. Why am I just stripping? Staring down the threat hurling towards her, Uruka pleads her muscles to serve her for what would likely be the last time. With a war cry boisterous enough to shatter the earth, Uruka charges into the meteor head first, although an unlikely obstacle presents itself. Hands outstretched, Leah places herself in between Uruka and the upcoming meteor, teary-eyed and defiant to the end. You want to protect everything now? After abandoning it all. Even though we all tried so hard to celebrate our time together. All these months, forget it. Battling with the daggers at her heart, Uruka deftly sidesteps Leah, sweeping her up and leaving her behind as she approaches the meteor. There's nothing left to stop her now. With another raucous cry, she calls on all the reserves of muscle within her to divert their troops to her chest, where this battle will be decided. As the muscle fibers snap and fold up inside her, their cordon throughout her body, rushing to bolster the rampart of her pecs. With each reinforcement, the rest of her body dwindles, as her legs return to their stick-like form and her arms recede to their pitiful size. But with each shrinking muscle, her pecs pry the flesh apart, becoming an army of red, screaming in their death throes as they prepare to meet their end with their gargantuan foe. As the charge of her pecs expands to engulf what looks like a fist from God itself. Uruka's chest meets with the mirror. An impact that shakes the very air itself can be heard, and cries of disbelief echo from below. Ha! Uruka-chan, have you really done it? I think she has, Tempa! Look! The Rock would play her in the live action. That would be interesting, actually. Cast The Rock as Uru Hulk. Please do so. Where am I? Before the meteor can even disintegrate from the impact, it's deflected towards the shore of the country. Despite the threat it seemed to pose, the meteor had become another hapless victim of Uruka's bulging pecs. Although, it may have gotten the last laugh, as the overload of muscle now begins to deflate and sag, returning Uruka to her original form as she hits the ground. Ew. I'm imagining all of that muscle just like deflating, but all the like skin is still there. Okay. Another set of feet touch upon the building. Barely standing on her two legs now, Uruka looks up at her estranged friend in the eye. Even after her outrage, Uruka has again made her feel like nothing she does matters. It wasn't even a challenge for you, that thing. I guess it doesn't matter, none of it does, right? Mustering every drop of life left in her, Uruka stumbles towards her friend, desperate to amend their ties. She realizes that, for a week, she hasn't even seen her face. And once she finally has, it's a mess of tears and makeup. Leah, please. I don't even know, but I'm sorry. I didn't mean to leave you like this. Did it? didn't mean to. I can't speak like her. Then what about all that about going back to your home world? Showing off yourself and getting back to your place at home? Even though everyone was trying so hard for you, you were talking about leaving. Do you even know how it made me feel? A wince of pain almost saps out all the energy from Uruka's chest, but with bated breaths, she begins to realize her mistake. Leah, please, I never meant it. Not like that. When I said I wanted to go back, it was only so I could stay here. I knew it would only be time before my folks would come, try to drag me back. So I figured if I could show them I was right to leave, if I'd gotten strong without their help, they would let me stay here, my home on Earth. Of course I wouldn't want to leave here. Since we met, these 6 months, I've made such great friends. Why would I want to leave? Dead air fills the void between them for a moment. Then, do you remember? Why? Of course, Leah. Every practice, every Sunday. You wanted to do this for me, right? Our first collab, our first real song, to celebrate these 6 months with everyone. Dread washes over Leah's face hearing the words. Oh. Of course. I guess it's all my fault. No. Even if I didn't mean it, I'm sorry for making you feel that way. It must have been difficult. Uruka collapses to the ground, the last of her strength leaving her. She curses her frail body, unable to even look her friend in the eye when she's trying to be genuine right now. But a cradle of arms lifts her head up as golden locks fall across her shoulders. A head lays against her own and begins to break out into a sniffle. Oh God. I'm sorry, Uruka. I'm sorry. I should have never done this. After I met all you guys, I wanted to... I didn't know, after you guys left, if you even felt the same. No, With nothing left in her body, Uruka simply lets out the waterworks, sobbing in the arms of her friend. For a moment, only their cries filled the little world between their arms. Nothing else matters but having each other right now. Nothing else matters but having each other right now. Well, almost nothing. As they lifted their heads up to look at each other, they hear a cry from below. Oi, teme! Let's get out of here, Keisatsu's incoming. We'll talk more later at the house. You are still naked during all of this. Oh my God, you're right. Oh wait. Vinitsky, you're right. What the hell? I'm not wearing anything. Okay. Yes, come on down, you two. Hanging onto her shoulders, Uruka descends down with Leah as the four begin to run in the direction of their home. Looking around, several buildings have been razed to the ground, with small businesses flattened. They don't see any victims along the way, but even if they did, no one would want to bring that burden onto Leah right now. As they turn onto where their home should be, they instead come to a fragment of the meteor laying atop the heap of rubble that is now their house. Leah is the first to dive in, unable to believe it, leaving Tenma to catch Uruka as she drops down. No! Please, no! As long as it's still here, please! Pippa ails her panic, picking up an instrument case under a few rocks. Ah! Looking for this? Sorry, Scrambling over to open the case, Leah beams with relief and eagerly shows Uruka what lies inside. Oh look! It's all good! Your violin, I don't know what I'd do if it was gone too. Taking a moment to assess the violin, she notices the strings have been replaced, though there's some scuffing along the neck. Looking at Leah's hand grasped around it, she notices the cuff of red around the fingers that caught the violin. Clasping her hand with both of hers, Uruka looks into the bewildered eyes of Leah, and in a mellow tone lets her gratitude pour out. Thank you, Leah. I know this week must have been hard, wondering if we put out all the songs we wanted to in time for the 6 months. Even when it looked like I didn't care, you believed in me, kept this safe for me all while I was away. As the two were having a moment, Tenma interrupted them, unable to take the sappiness. Oi! 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 Omaera! I still don't know why I'm voicing Tenma like this. We still have tonight and tomorrow to finish everything in time. Let's forget about all this and have some fun tonight. The Flux merrily shoved on an emergency supply of beer in their face. From where was anyone's guess? Pippa chimed in with the logistics of exactly how they were going to make the songs in time. Well, you need a place, right? I mean, you guys can do the violins and Tenma and I can do a fan chant, but where the hell are we gonna do this? I need to drink water. What there? Taking a moment to ponder the question, the four begin to look around. Stumped for an answer, Tenma and Pippa resigned to gather whatever recording equipment was left intact on the outskirts of the rubble, should they find a place. The first to break their thought in silence is Leah, spotting a rocky mound in the direction of the sea. Oh, what about Uruka's place? I thought it'd gotten swept away, but look! Indeed, a stone dome emerged from the horizon where Uruka's home had been, although, admittedly, she'd skirted out with her belongings in plastic bags too quickly to notice if her home had actually been swept away or not. She doubted it would be in tip-top condition. But what else did they have right now? Going back to the office risked them being seen, so to the sea it was. Wait, what's wrong with being seen? Do people know where the office is? Upon reaching the place, they realized it wasn't the same rock that Uruka had lived under, but a large chunk of the meteor that had fallen on the shore. What the hell? It had conveniently been hollowed out, looking more like a cove than the rock Uruka had lived under. Eager to begin drinking, Tenma started the festivities. Okay, everyone, let's get wasted and put out some bangers. After the gang fixed about a shoddy recording studio, the night soon descended into drunken belting of whatever songs came into mind, while Uruka and Aaliyah madly jammed on the violin to find that special melody. Tenma ran about banging the empty beer bottles together for some scuffed percussion, while offering the backing vocals alongside Pippa's inebriated ramblings that she never got a piece of. Uruhok. And so the girls began a long night in search of that song that would properly celebrate their 6 months together. Jamming violin naked, imagine. That sounds very uncomfortable. Oh god, Leah just brought down trash meteors that have destroyed much of the city. She doesn't want to be seen anytime soon. I see. That is understandable. Epilogue. It had been a few days since the girls had gotten used to everyone's favorite trash bear living with them. It had been a chore reminding her to at least sift all her trash in their own It had been a chore reminding her to at least sift all her trash in her own room. But for the most part, it'd been great. Finally, having their friend in the room next to them rather than making trips down the rock she left had brought them closer together. They'd spent more nights staying up and cursing their homeworlds, watching shows, or just laughing and talking about nothing in particular. We especially was surprised to see her still lifting and trying to get some strength behind those arms. Even though she said she'd ditch her home world to pursue music here, it struck her as odd. Did Uruka forget that everyone saw her kill a man on TV? It doesn't count, she brought him back to life. It's okay if you kill someone as long as you bring them back to life. What the hell? Why bother if you're not gonna be a guardian anyway? Leah's question was met with an averted gaze, a reluctant drop of the dumbbell, and a huff. Well, even if it's not something I want, it'd be nice, you know? Everyone over there always thought I'd come out to nothing being this weak. I mean, I'm glad I got over here. I got to do music again, especially with you guys, just chilling. But I guess part of me still wants to prove to them I could be a guardian if I wanted to. I just didn't. I could, but I don't want to. People don't die if they are killed. Truer words have never been spoken. Having heard about Uruka's debacle, we had briefly returned to her thieving ways, scouring some of the other planets for a certain pill she'd heard about a while ago that might fix her problem. Pills? Whoa. Why are there pills? She'd risk life and a limb trying to get it as fast as she could. As fast as he could. That by the time she landed back at the house, she hadn't properly checked the contents. Short on breath, she'd approached Uruka while hiding the bag of goodies behind her back. Oh geez, hey Uruka, I think we should... talk about something. Oh yeah, I actually had something on my mind, if it's okay. Leah nodded and flashed her a palm, all while still hunched over. Guardian Furby. I think my Furby self would be an excellent guardian. Even if I'm not, I think my Furby self would be an excellent guardian. Well, it's about what I said a few days ago. I didn't want to worry you or any of the others. I like it here, you know? I really do. When I left here, whether or not I'd have someone with me was something I thought I couldn't be sure about. But after being together as much as we have, I'm really grateful. You know, when I say all that stuff about wanting to be strong, I don't want you thinking I'm gonna ditch you guys or something. I mean, it'd be nice for other reasons, but I wouldn't do it if it meant leaving you guys. I didn't want to guilt trip you or anything like, oh, she's here, but really she wants to go back. I like it here with you guys, really. Shaking her head, Leah took a gulp to unclog her ears and make sure she heard right. Unclog her? Why are her ears clogged? Are her ears just constantly clogged? My ears might be clogged from that while ago. Maybe I got used to it. Or maybe they unclogged, I don't know. Oh, so you don't mind? Getting strong and all that? Nope. As long as I have you guys. I mean, I might act up if it ever happens, but no. As long as I'm with everyone here, that's all that matters. Oh, okay. Good. Did you want to say something? Shuffling over to a mountain of trash on the kitchen counter, Leah nimbly flung the contents of the bag with the rest of the garbage. Oh, no, but that is nice. Reassuring to hear. So, should we get back to practicing? Let's do it! Wrapping their arms over each other's shoulders, the girls head back in with their violins again, ready to practice for the end of the month. They're met with the sight of Pippa and Temma bouncing all over the bed, racking their brains for fan chants in the background, prompting Leah to chase after them to shut them up. Hey, shut up so we can think, you idiots! Wait a minute, why? The spelling changed. Yamero, Ria-chan! We are working hard too! Yeah, look, we've already made a line! Is no guilt trip the same as no offense? No... Wait, where was that? No guilt trip literally means no guilt trip. Like, you don't mean to be guilting them by saying something. Musing over their rough housing, Uruka lets a grin escape before setting down their violin. Wait. Why are there so many pronouns? Okay. Violin and joining the fray. The 6-month anniversary song would only be a matter of time anyway. She wanted to cherish every moment with the friends she'd made coming here. Just the 4 of them. Right now. And forever. It doesn't say the end, but the end. What did I just read? What did I read? Oh god. I'm very confused. Slightly uncomfortable. That was one gender-confused adventure, I know. According to this fanfiction, I am literally every gender that exists. Still remember the fishbone. Oh no. My review is the same as Muumi's. Exactly the same. Jesus Christ. What the everlasting F. Eyebrow raised emoji. Okay. I don't know. Do I feel anything right? I feel nothing. Maybe not nothing. Very close to nothing. Mild discomfort. I'm impressed. I am uncomfortable. There is a void in my heart. I now okay, no, not now. But even more so, I understand why it's weird to write fan fictions about real people. It's weird because we're like real beings, and seeing us being written by our character being written by someone else is like so strange. Like if you read like out of character, like I don't know, like a TV show or something, out of character fan fiction for a TV show, it's like this feels mildly odd, but also they don't exist. So it's like, it's fine. It's just like people wrote these characters wrong. But reading this, it felt very strange. It's a weird gray line with VTubers, at least. That's how I've seen others view it. Yeah, it is. I feel, but like, yes, Because we are people. Believe it or not, we exist. So it's a bit strange. Show them who is the boss and write an even better fanfic. I don't want. Whoever wrote this is I admire your skill and dedication. How did you come up with this? Jesus Christ. Why did I think of this now? You should have worn the Tenma costume every time she spoke. You're right. That would have been kind of weird. Taking it on and off. Wait, you're telling me you're not gonna murder a UFC fighter in the ring at some point? Probably not. Yeah, probably not. Translator notes, Seiko. You're a very good writer, I'll say that. You're a very good writer. Exactly, it was written pretty decently. Which makes it even weirder. Back in the day when I used to actually read fanfictions, there were some very poorly written ones that would be like not even formatted correctly. It would be like character name, colon, and then there would be dialogue. Like, man, is it that hard to use quotation marks? And someone would use quotation marks, but not correctly. That was a strange time. I don't want to go back there. If it makes you feel better, the guy who requested it cringed into oblivion when he heard you found it. Thanks Sakana for that, guy who requested it. And if it makes you feel any better, I'm also cringing into oblivion. I used to finish an anime and feel sad, so I'd read the fanfics shameful times. Me too! Russian bot. I relate to that on a spiritual level. Oh my god. I hate that. Past Uruka... It was a time. It was a time. Yep. Oh gosh. Ugh. When I think about that, past Uruka can stay in the past. Did you ever hear about that time Rob Gronkowski read a fanfiction about himself on TV? No, I have not. Who is Rob Gronkowski? Football. Who's out here writing football fanfiction? I guess technically there's fanfiction for everything, I guess. Alright, that was a real trip. Thank you. I'll put the link in the description after stream ends. That was a real trip. I don't know what. I mean, if you guys want to read it again, yep. It's just gonna be a weekly thing. I don't know if that many people want to write this kind of thing. I mean, feel free to. Feel free to write them. They don't even have to be that long. Like, you can make super short ones. You can write poems. Just send them to me and they'll build up. If you do it, they'll build up and I can make a stream out of it. Uruka, I'm drawing your Uru hook. Do you want your face to look cursed or normal? Normal Uruka face might make it more cursed. Somehow I do agree with that. But it's your choice. It would be really funny if it was like Uru Hulk and then it was just like me, my face is just like just normally like stream elements. What is today? Oh, right. The gorilla yesterday bled into today. That's why. I was like, why are there things from yesterday? But no, that was technically today. Shout out to Violent Nerd 102, one of the best Phineas and Ferb fanfic authors. I've never looked at Phineas and Ferb. Phineas and Ferb fanfiction. Okay. Chari Cuddles. Thank you so much for the super chat. Face Connect doing book clubs now. I would not like to discuss this in great detail. At least not right now. I need a bit of time to simmer in what I've just read. I need a bit of time to just take in what the hell I've just consumed. The word consummation. What the frack? All I can say is between this, the jar, and Komodo dragon eggs, I chose an interesting time to start watching you. You really did, Vinitsuki. You really did. Go check out my karaoke streams. Those are a lot less cursed. Actually, some of them are cursed, but yeah. Did you know the longest written piece in the world is a Smash Bros fanfiction? Yes. I unfortunately, for some reason, I do know that. And it has a talking Lucario in it, I think. I think I read like a bit of the first chapter and I was like, no, this is stupid. Like, props on the author. But talking Lucario, not my thing. Leah members have a book club. They do, but they don't read fanfiction. They read manga. I mean, would you like to discuss this in further detail? I don't know. Melias, thank you for the super chat. Uruka, you used the Chad Kana sketch I drew. Indeed I did. It's amazing. I just wanted to put it there. To show the Chadness that I would like to exude. Oh yeah. Kime, thank you so much for the super chat. I expect the Uruhoku line as the greeting for next stream. I'm gonna die if I have to greet you guys with "Yo, what up?" Let's go into the deeper meanings and themes of Uruka getting buff. Let's do some rhetorical analysis. Find the social commentaries. Anyway. Kyle, thanks so much for the super chat. You spelled it Urukok. Urukok model when? That would be so cursed. I don't know. By the way, I did see. I took a quick glance at WC's Furby model, and Jesus Christ, it is amazing. I only looked like very shortly at it because I was running kind of late. But what I saw was amazing. I am so excited to download it. I am so excited. I'm probably gonna do that like right after I end. Maybe I'll eat some ice cream first, I don't know. Yam Froggy, thank you so much for the donation. Condolences for your suffering, Uruka. Thank you. I appreciate your condolences. I don't know. I wouldn't say this is suffering. It's just it's confusion. This fanfic had strong themes of how the desensitization of violence has led to a moral decline in Western society. Oh my god. Oh my god. The S that keeps you up at night. Thank you so much for the donation. Oh my god. I already ate ice cream But I think I need more ice cream. After reading this, I think I need more. Maybe I should start working on Uruka now. Oh my god. If you would like. If you would like. That would be interesting. I did see there was also something like Club Penguin or something. That looked pretty cool. Okay. That will be it for this stream. My mind is actually broken. What kind of ice cream? I don't know. I might have to go out and get it. Because the ice cream that I have here are ice cream bars. And I'm really craving just like ice cream that I can scoop. And the ice cream bars are like, they don't have a lot of resistance. I like ice cream that has resistance. Do you know what I mean? Probably not. I like resistance ice cream. Okay. Bleach flavored ice cream? No, that... Ew. Okay, so the next stream we are having is tomorrow. The refrozen ones? Yeah, the refrozen ones. Go for frozen yogurt. No, frozen yogurt doesn't have any resistance. That's the opposite of resistance. I mean, the ones that you really gotta like go and like yank it out of like with a spoon. Like, not a lot of resistance, but some. I like some resistance. Go for water. Water ice cream. That sounds disgusting. Actually, maybe. Is water ice cream even possible? She wants the ice cream to fight back. Exactly. If the ice cream isn't fighting back, I don't want it. Bingo Panic, thank you for the super chat. Thanks for the story time. This literature has expanded my mind and I hope I can write something like it someday too. I'm sure you can, Bingo. Just practice and send me your practices. I would like to see them. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Water ice cream is just ice. No, but ice doesn't have the same texture. Ice is crunchy. Ice cream isn't crunchy. I mean, water ice cream with the texture of ice cream. Okay, tomorrow I will be doing an experimental chill karaoke. Cause I don't want people to hear it. I will be singing in a mildly indoor voice. It'll probably be pretty similar to my old chill jams where I sing with my guitar, except it won't be at midnight. Probably similar to that, I'm guessing. Yeah. Yeah, so that's tomorrow at like 5:30-ish, I think. 5:30? Yeah. Uruka's section... What? 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 Okay. What songs are you playing? I'm just looking for songs that can be played in a calm manner. So, things that are the complete opposite of Usewa. Okay. Is this... Wait, hold on. Is this... Hold on. Is that the right link? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna be testing it out. See what happens. We'll see. Alright, so Iori is also streaming right now, so go check out her stream. Iori stream. She's playing Passport Out, the drawing one. I've seen some of her drawings before and they were pretty interesting. Anyway. Yeah, that'll be it for today. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. or experimental karaoke. It's pretty late. Do I want to go out and get ice cream? I don't know. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Uruka has left the building. Goodbye.